I give the client their copy at the beginning and let them know that we're going to begin signing the same set of documents that I've just given them. At the table, you will then ask to see the borrower's identification. Do you have your ID? A driver's license works fine. Some companies want you to have 2 forms of ID, so you would then ask for a driver's license and a social security card. While the client is giving you their IDs, you be sure to have your pens available for them to sign. Thank you.
Thank you for coming out and being on time.
Always bring your own pens, because that can completely ruin your signing. I go through documents one at a time to ensure that no signatures are missed and the client has plenty of time to sign. I also only give the documents to the client that are pertinent to them. A lot of times the packages will include notary instructions and things of that nature that have nothing to do with what the client needs to sign, but more so ensures that you don't miss signatures and any information for you. Usually, at a loan signing, you will have the right to cancel. So, we're going to begin our closing. The first form we're going to do is your 3-day right to cancel. You have 3 business days from today should you change your mind and you want to cancel this transaction. So you want to sign that bottom form there. I'm going to leave 2 additional copies for you. And once they're done, you take that form back and you go to the next form. Your signature name affidavit is next. You want to sign across from your name saying that that is your name. Next, we're going to do your closing disclosure. Your closing disclosure lists your loan amount, interest rate, cash to close. If you have escrow set up, which you do, you have your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance going into your escrow account. You're also going to get back, $2,600. In a second, we'll fill out a form on how you want to get that money back. It's very important that you go over the closing disclosure with the client, but not in detail. You just want to point out the loan amount, interest rate, and cash to close. It's very important that you do not necessarily explain the documents. You just give a general description. You point to where the information is they're looking for, and then you advise them to call their lender if they have any questions. One of the other important documents that you'll see is the note. When I do the note, I always say, your payment will be due March 1st. And that's listed on the note. You can also point that out to them. I also make a note to point out you have 15 calendar days to make your payment and whatever their late fee is, which is on their note too, and a 5% late fee if you're ever late. And I let them know that there is no prepayment penalty, so you can always pay more on your loan if you would like. These are just things that I point out that I think are important for the borrower to know. They then will review their note, which is a very important document. Always wait patiently while borrowers are reviewing their documents. Next, we're going to go over the deed of trust. So you are listed on the deed of trust alone. There's no one else on your deed, which is very important. You would sign the very last page. Different mortgage companies have different forms, so it's really hard for me to tell you exactly what will be in each closing package. What I will stress is that you review each page patiently. Go through, see if there's any signature pages that need to be signed. For instance, the correction agreement. The correction agreement basically states that if there's anything clerically wrong, it's okay for the lender to fix it. They cannot change the terms of your loan, and you will be notified if any corrections are made. Another form that's always in loan closings is the ALTA statement. The ALTA statement is a breakdown of the debits and credits that went into their closing. Another form that is pertinent to the closing experience is the how they get their money back form. That form will usually say, would you like to receive a check or a wire? If they want a wire, then you have to have their routing number and account number, and most times avoid a check to get that wire. It's important to point out that although some institutions, some lenders will charge you to send a wire, even if they don't, a lot of banks do charge an incoming wire fee. And I always like to make that known. I never tell them which banks do. I just say you should check with your bank to see if they have an incoming wire fee, because a lot of banks do. Another form that's always in the closing is the initial loan application. This is a document that has commonly has mistakes on it. There's a signature at the very top of the page that is often missed. Also, there's a W-9 form, a tax form, and a compliance agreement that is usually in all documents as well that need to be signed. As I'm going through this pretty quickly, it's just to give you an understanding of how the loan closing will typically go. Once you finish providing all the documents to the client, you will inform them that they have completed and they have, if it applies, a 3-day right to cancel. So you let them know that your loan will fund in 3 business days. Do you have any questions? It's always good to ask that because you want to make sure the borrower feels like they are completely understanding of everything that happened. Any questions?
No, Miss Terry, thank you. You were pretty helpful.
You are very welcome. I then inform them that I will be shipping these documents out today and that their lender will receive them tomorrow, and that is the end of the loan closing. After your loan closing, you want to make sure you give your signing company a call or a text message or their preferred method to let them know that the loan has closed. You then immediately ship the docs. Happy loan signing!